Welcome back everybody to our channel, Life Snapshot. Evelyn, Greg and Muttley here from Australia. Please check out our other videos. Thanks for everybody who has subscribed so far and is following us and supporting us. We cannot do it without you. It's your first time, please consider subscribing. Anyway, I want to get into some do's and don'ts if you decide to visit Australia. I'm 52 years old, so I think I've been qualified and good enough to give you a few hints about a few things and maybe clear up some myths and stuff like that. So anyway, let's get straight into it. Do's. Look, Australia is a huge country, and if you come here and you do not drive, get an international license, you're going to miss out on so much. Yes, there's the obvious, things like the Opera House, Bondi Beach, stuff like that in Sydney. I'm giving examples. That's where most international flights will come into. Yeah, sure, and they're easy to get to from the airport and stuff like that, and iconic, go and see them for sure. But there's so much more out there, and you need to drive to do it. So get an international license if you can, and it just opens up the true Australia, the rural Australia. There is 1,000 more things. Do a little bit of research before you come here. There is so much to see other than the obvious tourist attractions that you always hear about. Okay, but if you do decide to get an international license, the don'ts of driving here: do not speed. There is speed cameras everywhere, both fixed and mobile, and they just set up anywhere, and they are relentless. Everywhere you go, you will definitely 100%, if you drive in Australia, will go past a speed camera, if not several of them, especially in Sydney and the cities. Okay, and even out down here, I'm 2.5 hours away from Sydney. They're everywhere, the mobile ones, and they just set up on the side of the road and they just put a little sign out, and if you're not paying attention, you will get pinched. Not to mention the police. The police are not like in America where you can kind of get a warning, and if you're not doing too much of a silly thing, they kind of want to give you a warning. That the police here are relentless. If they pulled you over, they're going to book you. So just be careful. Do not speed. The police and speed cameras, but do get a license, obey all the rules, pay attention to the speed, and you're good to go. Okay, swimming. Okay, swimming in Australia, you've probably heard all the stories about how deadly it is swimming and everything. Yes, there is, but there's a few things you can do to be a little bit smart about it. You have to come here. If you're a swimmer, you're a water person, you definitely have to try out our beaches. Again, yes, there's the obvious Bondi Beach and all this sort of stuff, but like I said, if you combine it with the driving, there is so many better beaches than Bondi. Bondi is overcrowded. It's kind of dirty, if you want to call it. It's not one of our representations of our beautiful beaches. So swimming, okay, the don'ts of swimming: do not swim alone. Okay, do not do that. There is riptides and all sorts of stuff. There's a lot of beaches here that are unmanned, so if you can pick a beach that's got a lifeguard with it, and definitely go with a buddy, go with a partner, go with somebody. I always say to people who come into this country, hook up with a local. Okay, we're very friendly. We see somebody that's obviously not from the area, 9 times out of 10 we'll help you out. We'll give you a little bit of pointers, and we'll keep an eye out on you too. I'd be happy to do that if somebody come up to me and ask me. We're trustworthy, very friendly, approachable people. Okay, not to mention also, okay, now depending where you are, let's just say you're right up the top end, Southeast Queensland or somewhere like that, deadly jellyfish, box jellyfish, the stonefish. You could just be walking in water that deep and there's a stonefish there. It looks like a stone. You step on that, you're pretty much done. So you've got to be careful. Again, just pay attention. Okay, talk to a few locals, and if you're not certain, do not swim. Okay, but try and make a little effort and talk to people, locals, get some knowledge, and you'll be fine. Look, we're a swimming nation, so compared to how many people are in this country and how many things when they go wrong, it's very small. But you just have to be a little bit aware of where you are. We've got crocodiles in the top end in Northern Territory and stuff like that. Saltwater crocodiles. Do not just go swimming at night if you go up to Northern Territory, it can get up to like 40 degrees at night, and you find this beautiful billabong. A billabong is an Australian like waterhole, and you think it's picturesque and it's beautiful, and you jump in there, snap. Trust me on that. Be careful where you go. If you're not sure, don't go, and just talk to a local and stuff like that. Swim between the flags. Look for manned beaches with lifeguards. They're very good at their job. They're excellent at their job, actually, and they'll keep an eye on you. So make sure you check out what's in the water and come swimming, but just take some precautions. Next thing, bushwalking. Bushwalking here is a lifestyle. Everybody loves to go to the bush, and there's a lot of people in the city that only come to the bush now and then. They live in this country and they're not too familiar, so don't be embarrassed if you ask someone a question or something like that about the bush. Again, do not go on your own. Okay, some rural areas in Australia are still not cell phone accessible, so they do not have coverage, so your cell phone won't save you. So don't go alone. Don't walk off the beaten path. Do not pick up anything. We have even got deadly plantation here. We've got deadly vegetation here, such as the Orlando plant and stuff like that. That touches you, it's basically toxic. So you need to be a little bit aware of where you're going. Don't walk off the beaten path. Don't pick anything up, and vegetation included, plants and stuff like that. Yes, we've got spiders. Yes, we've got snakes. 9 times out of 10, if you come across something like that, if you leave it alone, it'll leave you alone. Okay, but don't quote me 100% on that. Like I said, take just a buddy, preferably a local, and you'll be safe. They'll know what to do or not what to do. So yeah, I hope that helps out. So do come here, get a driver's license, international driver's license, stick to the rules, okay? Come swimming, but be smart about where you swim, know what's around you, riptides, make sure there's someone watching you, a lifeguard. Don't go to unmanned beaches. They can be deadly with the rips. And if, depending on what area of Australia you're in, box jellyfish, crocodiles, stonefish, we got blue bottles. Check all this stuff out, and you will understand what to look for and keep an eye out. Bushwalking, okay, take water, wear proper clothing, okay, proper hiking boots. Make sure you do have your cell phone on, but trust me, if you don't want to go alone, go with a local. Don't trust your cell phone, it could go out of coverage. Okay, don't walk off the beaten track. Don't pick stuff up. Be very careful walking past spider webs and stuff like that, and keep your eyes peeled for anything that's rustling and moving. We do have beautiful wildlife here, but we also have deadly. So I hope that helps you out. Anyway, guys, all the best. Thanks again for all the support. Gotta love yous, gotta leave yous. Wait around for the next one. Cheers. Stay happy, stay healthy.